Now, the cryptocurrency industry has been under attack from nation states or governments for, I guess since its inception, really. But the thing is a lot of people didn't know what their attack vectors were. And it does appear that those attack vectors are coming to light. And it usually surrounds two things: privacy and security. And that means privacy and security for the individual, not privacy and security for the nation states or whatever you want to call them, right? Different governments. That means that now we are starting to see arrests throughout a bunch of the industry. We saw Kazakhstan arresting crypto miners, calling them basically gang members and accusing them of gang membership because out of everybody they arrested, one person had one AK-47. And they're going to use anything they can to demonize, of course, cryptocurrency miners, and the industry as a whole, especially if it pertains to basically providing security to the network without, government interference, or of course, providing any sort of privacy or privacy as well. And we're seeing that now as Netherlands has arrested a suspected Tornado Cash developer. So we're just arresting people that develop stuff. The country's Fiscal Information Investigation Service has ruled out making more arrests in the case. A 29-year-old unnamed developer who is suspected of being involved in sanctioned Tornado Cash protocol was arrested in Amsterdam on Friday, according to a release by the Fiscal Information Investigation Services. Tornado Cash is an Ethereum blockchain-based crypto mixing service that allows users to gain a cloak of anonymity when transferring crypto assets. On Monday, the service was sanctioned by the U.S. government for assisting criminals in laundering stolen money. FIOD, which began its investigation in June, said it hasn't ruled out making multiple arrests in the case. Dutch prosecutors are investigating the matter on suspicions of fraud, environmental crime, and asset confiscation. FIOD is also giving extra attention to decentralized autonomous organizations that may facilitate money laundering, the agency told CoinDesk. So now DAOs are on the chopping block as well. According to reports by several users on Twitter, the Discord channel of the crypto mixer has gone offline, which of course I've talked about not using Discord. One of the reasons being is Discord has complete control. It's basically spyware on your system, and I really despise Discord. I don't think if you're participating in cryptocurrency, you should be participating in Discord. It just kind of sucks because that is the kind of go-to for a lot of people. I just think it's extremely dangerous because what do we see here at the end of the day? They are making examples, and you got to be really careful when we get around this. In fact, there was a thought I had for a while here, actually this morning as I'm like showering up and kind of getting ready for the show. As we start to see more of this come to light and more prosecutions come into play, more attacks on cryptocurrency in general, I do think that if you are just wanting to stay out of trouble, keep it clean, and be a normie that goes to work to their 9 to 5 and does everything everybody tells you to do all the time, you probably shouldn't participate in crypto anymore. And that is because I think that from here on out, we will start to see a rise in the attacks on crypto because it is a threat to the current powers in charge. And I know that can get a little tinfoil hatty and a little crazy. And I do understand we have institutional investing in things like Bitcoin, etc. But if it comes down to, the difference or the choosing between something like a CBDC and cryptocurrency, I could see pretty much every country, if not a majority of countries, especially with the UN's announcement, yesterday that we talked about, that they will start trying to make all cryptocurrency illegal in certain geographical areas. And it puts you at risk for being, essentially outside the law. And that can be, a huge risk for people that are just trying to make it day to day. And you should be aware of that because they won't pick, people that are making a ton of money, like the Michael Saylors or something like that. They are like top, not necessarily 1% or whatever, but in the top 10%, let's say, or something like that, that have influence over elections and so on. they'll pick the small guys, right? They'll pick the guys like you and I that don't really have the money to hire lawyers, don't have the money to really fight back. That's the kind of people that they will pick to make examples out of. And it could be as simple as something that you've never even known that you did anything, right? For example, receiving some sort of Ethereum at some point from, a contract or from an address that interacted with a Tornado Cash contract. And the thing is like, at the end of the day, they can't prove that because these are unsolicited transactions, right? They can't prove that you utilize the contract, but just by nature of being related to it, they could choose to make an example out of you. And it's extremely scary stuff going on within cryptocurrency right now. And I think you're going to need a strong constitution and ability to make it through this. And I don't think that if you are just a normie that maybe cryptocurrency is something you should be participating in anymore. If you just want to stay within the law. And the problem is like, at what point is staying within the law even morally correct? And we could get into that maybe in a discussion sometime on the Locals channel. If you guys are interested, let me know and we'll talk about that. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my Locals page at sonofatech.locals.com, where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.